Good afternoon and welcome to NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this Thursday, the 4th day of June in the year of our Lord 2020. Following the news stories I found from Breitbart, written by several authors that caught my attention, headlines like Riot Night Resumes Across America, LA Lawless, Looters Take Their Time, Brooklyn Attacker Stabs Cop, Steals a Gun and Shoots two others, Canadian Police Chief Kneels to BLM Protest, DACA Illegal Aliens Among 200 People Arrested in Phoenix, Arizona Riots, Autopsy, George Floyd Had Coronavirus Before Death. And now for what is going on. All of these headlines talk of the insanity that is pervading this country, this hemisphere now. We always prided ourselves as being civilized, but I have to tell you all, the ones that are running around this nation rioting and making fools of themselves are not, and let me repeat this, not acting civilized. If someone from a truly civilized place came to Earth and watched what is going on now, they would probably shake their heads and say something like, I think that Earth is the most uncivilized world we have ever seen. There is no semblance of civilized people anywhere. America has always been a beacon of light to the world, but today this light has been snuffed out and the world is either laughing or crying in despair because that light of the world is now being ruled by anarchists and criminals and heathens. Law enforcement is even backing down, something that has never happened in the world, with good consequences, I might add. We like to think of ourselves as civilized and caring for humanity, but I have to say these rioters are nothing but criminals and killers whose actions paled the original crime of the cop that started all this hoodlum behavior by people who are acting more like prehistoric cavemen and women than actual civilized human beings who know right from wrong. The sad part of this is the prehistoric cavemen and cavewomen probably knew more about what was right and what was wrong than these rioters do today. And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. And this is a sad statement to make. No one, save a couple of our people in authority, seem to know what is needed now, and what is needed is strong leadership. Even Vice President Mike Pence, who I have always thought the world of, seems to be at a loss when it comes to what is needed here. Donald Trump is the one of the few that says what needs to be done, which is meet force with force. But his ideals, which have been right all along, have been swayed from the right to wrong by people like Jared Kushner and others who keep saying that he is wrong. The problem with these types of people is they are the ones who are wrong, and that being said, being led in the wrong direction all the time, like our president is, it is small wonder that he has wavered in a few of his decisions. And the idea that force is needed to stop force is a good one, and Trump has been right in his assessment of this. Now, I know the demon brats who are out there are paying for this mayhem going around this nation do not agree. There are more than a dozen of Biden's campaign staffers in Minneapolis who actually donated to these riots, then bragged about it on Twitter. The Democrats don't really have much choice in this whole thing. It is their voters who are the ones pushing these riots. The party cannot turn away from them and keep them as a voting bloc. These riots are effectively the biggest Joe Biden for president rally on record. It is his voters who are the ones cleaning out the Target stores and jewelry stores and burning them down to the ground in all this mayhem. This rioting is not for George Floyd, but an attempt by the left and the rioters to topple our government and our form of justice to replace it with one of their own, where you can get killed just for disagreeing with them. Make no mistake, that is what they are after. They are trying to topple our political system that has been in place to resolve our differences without violence. These people want a new system that is run by force, as Tucker Carlson said on Fox. Do as we say or we will hurt you. We have seen this mentality, or actually lack of mentality, on television nightly for a week now. We have all seen it. No Democratic leader can effectively call out these protesters. In fact, a few have joined in. The Fairfax, Virginia Democrat Party, which is a pretty big deal, over the weekend released the following statement on Twitter. Riots are an integral part of this country's march towards progress. Really? Progress, according to this political party in Virginia, is burning buildings, looting, tear gassing people, dead bodies, the screaming injured, criminal anarchy. To the Democrat Party in Fairfax, this is called progress. Should be a red flag to everyone to vote when it comes to voting. Celebrity after celebrity have weighed in on this to agree with the rioters in the Fairfax Democrat Party. From his fortified home, basketball star LeBron James has used his Twitter accounts to push for more rioting. Black Lives Matter leader Leroy McKesson has done the same. Bernie Sanders' surrogate Sean King has said the same. Colin Kaepernick on Twitter has posted this insanity. When civility leads to death, revolting is the only logical reaction. The cries for peace will rain down, and when they do, they will land on deaf ears because your violence has brought this resistance. We have to fight back. But whose violence is this, Kaepernick? It's not ours because we're not the ones pushing it. Imagine all these morons shouting fire in a crowded theater. That is what is being done to America in this time by all these that I have mentioned, and they think that it will make things better. No, it is making a true red-blooded American mad, scared of what is coming, and afraid that all this is being allowed. But it is, like I said before, this is all by design, and it has to be stopped. But what can you do to stop it, you ask? Strong leadership will help to stop it. But all the pushback against the strong leadership we have had is happening, and we are allowing it. The American people have to be the ones to push back. There is no way it can be stopped if we all as one say, we have had enough and it ends now. Like the man in the old movie Network said, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. That is what is needed here, folks. People who will stand up for the rights that we still have and fight back. This is the only thing that will work. Show our leaders who want to do something that they are supported by the people. Because if we don't do that, folks, this nation is lost, and so are our freedoms and liberties. And all this talk of discrimination, we have taken 10 steps backwards with all of this past week or so, because racial divides that have been almost non-existent for years have now been brought back into the forefront, and more racism is going on now than it has been in America for the last 3 or 4 decades. I hope you all are proud of your attempts to take this country backwards, because you have succeeded. I will talk more about this using my 67 years of living to show proof. God bless America. God bless our troops. And as a friend of mine used to always say, we will not be ruled. This is Robert the Infidel, and I will see you all again tomorrow on my show at 5 p.m. Eastern on Blog Talk Radio through Conservative Nation Media. My next update will be on Monday. God bless you all.